Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Crowds gather around the memorial on the Ocean City Boardwalk to remember 9/11, how the town honored those who have fallen.
Concrete being poured along a roadway in Lewis, how a detour from this project could change your commute.
And because of 9/11, this is often referred to as Patriots Day, and we're here at Bicentennial Park in Milford, and we'll talk about how Patriots Day celebrations will kick off for this week, especially on September the 15th coming up.
And today marks day 12 of the manhunt for escaped prisoner Danilo Cavalcante, where the search area has expanded to.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 5 starts right now.
Bells ringing on the Ocean City Boardwalk to commemorate those who were lost in 9/11. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis has the evening off. Welcome to our news at 5. We begin tonight with 9/11 ceremonies held on Delmarva and across the country.
People gathered in Ocean City earlier today to honor those killed in the September 11th attacks. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us how the memory of those lost will live on forever in Ocean City.
Crowds gathered to honor those lost in the 9/11 terrorism attacks, a day of remembrance in Ocean City. Kevin Knowles has helped organize the ceremony since it began on the 5th anniversary of the attacks.
This is the least that we can do to honor all of those, not just in the FDNY, but the hundreds of public service professionals that lost their lives on that day, again, voluntarily putting their way in harm's way to keep us all safe.
As you walk onto the boardwalk, you will see the statue of a firefighter, surrounded by the names of those lost on September 11th. A piece of steel from the towers rests at the memorial. It symbolizes the 345 firefighters who lost their lives. Maryland State Senator Mary Beth Carrozza was working at the Pentagon on the day of the attacks.
It was the worst of horrors, the destruction, the scale of the destruction, the loss of life, but then you also saw the bravery and the kindness, and you saw the unity. And so you knew in the end that good would overcome evil. But it was just a tremendous attack and assault on our very way of life in America.
The ceremony concluded with the ringing of a bell to honor and show respect to those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
Organizers of this event told me that they are most concerned about younger generations not knowing or forgetting the importance of 9/11. This memorial here in Ocean City serves as a reminder every day for people to recognize those who sacrificed their lives. In Ocean City, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And tributes happened across the country today. NBC's Alice Barr reports on how survivors and families of victims are gathering to honor loved ones as the nation's dignitaries offer words of comfort.
Today, as the nation pauses to remember
Jeremy Joseph Ahern.
Names of the lives forever stopped on September 11th, 22 years ago, fill the silence.
We love you. We miss you. We can't replace you.
From the World Trade Center in New York to the Pentagon and Shanksville, Pennsylvania, loved ones sharing deeply personal memories.
You are forever our hero and angel.
From a vast web of loss that stretches across America.
You may have been torn from us that day, but your love and memories will never be torn from our hearts.
President Biden returning to the U.S. from Vietnam, stopping at a military base in Alaska, paying tribute to the many soldiers who joined in response to the terror attacks that claimed nearly 3,000 lives and reshaped American foreign policy. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin speaking from the Pentagon.
We will always work to keep America safe, and we will always remember.
In a painstaking process, the remains of 2 more 9/11 victims have now been identified, but more than 1,000 families still wait, speaking the names of those they lost.
Love you, Phil. Talk to you later.
To ensure they never fade away. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
This story of loss is ongoing. The Uniformed Firefighters Association says that nearly as many New York City firefighters have died from post-9/11 illnesses as the 343 who died in the attacks.
As we transition to the weather here, let's take a live look outside into our tunnel and razor camera there at the Lewis Yacht Club. The skies are blue again now. That is a sharp contrast from the storms we saw earlier this afternoon. And our chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, joins us live in Milford tonight. Good evening, Paul.
Well, we're live here in Bicentennial Park here in Milford, and this is often referred to as Patriot, without an S, Patriot Day, in lieu of all of the things and the sacrifice that was made by all the first responders and all of the military that have continued to strive and to fight on behalf of our freedom and the freedoms that we enjoy here in the country. Well, now, that's actually going to be a big deal right here, and we'll talk about that here at the Bicentennial Park here in Milford coming up in a moment. But if you happen to have any Patriot Day or Patriot Evening plans, let's take a look at the Patriot Day forecast. All right, so for 6 o'clock, we're looking at 76 degrees with partly cloudy skies with spotty showers and isolated pockets. And then we're looking for spotty showers possible for us at 7 o'clock and 75 degrees. And at 8 o'clock, 73 with a chance of isolated spot showers. Now, coming up, we're going to talk more and elaborate on what's on the menu or on the docket for celebrations connected to 9/11 here in the Milford area. And it has everything to do with just what's happening right here in this spot. I'm Coast TV Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, live here in Milford. Back to you.
Thank you, Paul. Some people believe that 9/11 should be a national day of remembrance, with schools and government offices closed, much like Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
Oh, yes, because we promised and promised we were going to remember. We never forget, never forget. And I think a lot of people have forgotten.
And Delaware State Senator Chris Coons, along with Louisiana Senator Bill Cassidy, introduced a bill today recognizing September 11th as a National Day of Service and Remembrance. The legislation is expected to encourage volunteerism on or around the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Senator Coons says, quote, "Since the 9/11 attacks, our country has marked this solemn day with reflection and service, a tribute to the victims, first responders, recovery workers, and military men and women who sacrificed in service of our nation."
And that brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think that 9/11 should be a federal day of remembrance. Let's take a look at the results.
Looking at the screen so far, it appears a large majority believe yes, it should be. And again, what we're thinking with this question, referring it to something like Veterans Day, Memorial Day, a day that maybe you don't want to say holiday because it is not something to celebrate, but a time that people are off work, school, and can just reflect.
Reflect, remember, go to some of these memorials that are held in our area. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on our mobile app. We'll have updated results on Coast TV News at 6.
Well, starting today, the entrance to Robinsonville Road from Plantation Road was closed off as road work continues for the larger 5 Points project. Traffic will not be able to get in this way for about a month. Work continues for widening Plantation Road and to add a lane for the new roundabout and realign the two roads. In the meantime, DelDOT recommends taking Cedar Grove Road to avoid the construction. However, some drivers say they can now no longer avoid seeing orange on their daily commute.
Well, it's a little annoying because I usually take that way in the morning to go to school. But so now I'm having to go on 24 to get there, and it's a lot more backed up. It takes longer to get there.
DelDOT says that after this part of the project is complete, the next big detour will take 6 months at Salt Marsh Boulevard.
Pennsylvania communities remain on high alert as the search for a convicted killer who escaped from prison is in its 12th day. State police are now authorized to use deadly force if Cavalcante isn't actively surrendering. NBC's Marissa Pera shows us why authorities are upping their warnings to people in Chester County.
Convicted murderer Danilo Cavalcante still on the run. However, we do believe, according to authorities, he's still in Pennsylvania, but they don't know where he is. They're putting everything they have into this, they say. They said that they're changing their tactics, though. Rather than doing the perimeter, you may remember on Saturday they had about a 4-mile radius perimeter. They believed they were narrowing in on him, but he was able to make his escape from those botanical gardens, steal a dairy farm van, and then make his way about 40 minutes northeast of where they were searching. Now he's, again, as we mentioned, still on the run, but they said that they have increased police presence in East Nanfield Township, northern Chester County. That's about just a few miles radius of where that van was found abandoned and dumped. We're learning some new details, but police have said ultimately their last confirmed sighting was over the weekend. They are still looking for him, asking anyone who lives in the area to lock their homes, lock their cars, but they believe he is desperate, seeking any opportunity he can get to take what he needs, even if it means taking it by force. So please be vigilant, stay careful, send in your tips to police. And of course, police have asked anyone who knows anything not only not to help him, but of course to report anything they know. That reward money now up to $25,000.
Cavalcante broke out of prison roughly 2 weeks after he was convicted of first-degree murder for the 2021 killing of his former girlfriend.
In Lewis, survey results find many cyclists feel infrastructure is suffering from lack of accessible bike racks to unsafe shoulders. Many also responded there wasn't a solid connection to bike trails. The data also showed e-bikes are a concern, often reaching high speeds, and some cyclists say creating a hazard. Cyclists are hopeful solutions are ahead because the list of problems goes on and on.
A number of challenges. A number of the bike paths end up crossing public streets, so you really need to stop. And we've seen people that just, will either cross without even looking, or the cars don't stop.
The Lewis bike plan is still in what it calls the development phase. Gathering these survey results was a next step in coming up with recommendations. The city will hold an open house for people like you to learn more about the survey and the plan. That's Wednesday, October 11th from 4:30 to 6:30 at the Lewis Public Library.
To increase access to medical care for pets in Sussex County, the Humane Animal Partners is working with the Delaware Alliance for Nonprofit Advancement and PetSmart Charities to offer a free wellness and vaccine clinic. The clinic will be held on Thursday, September 21st at the Cheer Center in Milton from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's first come, first served for pets to receive free vaccines. Microchipping and deworming is also available.
We have a number of programming changes starting today on Coast TV. Take a look if you didn't catch it today. Extra is 11:30 a.m., followed by the Drew Barrymore Show. NBC News Daily still airs at 1. That's where you can get local news cut-ins from Coast TV News, by the way, followed by Jennifer Hudson.
Then at 3 p.m., it's Tamron Hall. At 4 p.m., our local lifestyle program, Coast Life. And in between Coast TV News at 5 and 6, you can now catch Inside Edition.
Still to come, a flu shot clinic in Bethel, the doses that will be available.
Well, stormy weather will continue to impact Delmarva through the middle of the week. I'll have the details coming up in just a few minutes.
But first, a national blood shortage across the country. How much blood the American Red Cross needs to collect to meet patients' needs, that's up next.
Beat the wind and rain with 50% off your new Valor roof, plus payments as low as $119 per month. Purchase with purpose. Your new Valor roof helps us donate a new roof every month to combat veterans in need.
833-83-VALOR. It's Ocean Down's $25,000 cash splash sweepstakes. Earn scratch-off cards to win prizes. Plus, swipe on September 29th to activate your entries for a chance at a special delivery of $25,000 cash. Ocean Downs Casino, where the fun shines.
At Precision Exteriors, we use quality materials with excellent craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We do roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, and we offer financing, no interest and no payments for 18 months. See all of our 5-star reviews.
Treated us fairly on price, did quality work, and I would go and do stuff again. We even recommend them to our parents. They were very happy as well.
Measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Transform your outdoor space with Backyard Works. We are Sussex County's one call for all your fence, deck, handrail, pergola, shower, and trash enclosure needs. Locally owned and operated, we make all our vinyl and aluminum fence right here in Harbison, Delaware, from American-made manufacturers. Cut out the middleman and deal direct. As a TimberTech Platinum deck dealer, our trained team will professionally install your deck that will last a lifetime. Give us a call and let us make your backyard work.
For weather coverage you can count on, get the WRDE weather app with live radar and severe weather alerts, plus a 10-day forecast. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Don't get scorched this summer storm season. Stay ahead of the leaks. Save big on your new Valor roof with 50% off all materials and payments as low as $119 per month. Call Valor Roofing today.
833-83-VALOR.
American Red Cross is asking Americans to roll up their sleeves. The nonprofit organization that provides about 40% of U.S. blood and blood components to hospitals is facing a shortage. Emergency supplies of donated blood are described as critically low.
Delaware State Police have identified 63-year-old Jorge Casedo of Magnolia as the man who died in the two-car crash on Saturday. Police say a Ford driven by Casedo was speeding south on Clapham Road, while a Mazda was north on the same road. For reasons that are not yet clear, Casedo veered out of the lane, crossed over into a densely wooded area, flipping the car on its side. The Mazda driver, a 16-year-old Milford girl, is okay.
Well, the stormy weather of the past few days will likely continue through midweek. I'll let you know just how much more rain we can expect coming up just after the break.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town. The IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
I'm attorney Ben Schwartz. Do you know what a phantom vehicle car accident case is? That's where someone causes an accident and then leaves the scene. If they're never ID'd, you can't sue them, but you can make a claim with your own insurance company for uninsured motorist benefits. If you've been involved in a phantom vehicle car accident case, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Rural communities are on the front lines of a changing climate. Farmers can implement climate-smart practices that improve soil health, nutrient management, and energy efficiency. These practices improve our profitability, resiliency, and help to open new markets.
We know voluntary conservation works and are committed to working with farmers and forest landowners to leverage resources to increase climate resiliency through conservation practices. To learn more about climate-smart practices, scan this QR code to find your local USDA service center.
Coastal Bath will provide you with exceptional customer service and a speedy time frame. I actually reached out to say, if you see me again and I look like a mermaid, it's because I'm pleased with my bathroom and I spend so much time in it.
Right now, get a free shower door or $1,500 off, plus no payments and no interest for 18 months.
I would hands down recommend Coastal Bath.
Local and family owned. Call or visit coastalbaths.com today.
Get the WRDE weather app, live radar, and severe weather alerts. Download the free WRDE weather app, built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
When choosing a granite countertop, choose one for real life and beauty. No matter what life throws at them, they'll look beautiful forever. Ancient Art Stone invites you to discover the affordability of granite and upgrade your home to the beautiful works of art from Ancient Art Stone. Centrally located in Milford, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva to make your dreams a reality. Visit us and allow our devoted professionals to craft, fabricate, and install a superior finished product that will transform your home into a work of art.
Sponsored by Ancient Art Stone, where countertops are always a work of art.
Well, it's a stormy evening across Delmarva. We're still dealing with those isolated to scattered showers across much of the region. The good news is a lot of these showers and storms have really started to die down. They've been going on for several hours now, so we're kind of sapping that energy out of the atmosphere. So just some light to moderate rainfall across areas from really the Indian River Inlet south to Bethany Beach, and then southeast towards the Route 54 corridor from Delmar to Gumboro, and then down into Salisbury. More rain showers passing through the Route 13 corridor near Bridgeville Greenwood. That is going to continue off to the south and east. So the Route 9 corridor, Georgetown to Harbison over towards Lewis. We may see one more shower before all this rain begins to taper off. Earlier this evening, we did see a stronger storm and potentially even a tornado pass through areas near Dagsboro, the Adams Road, Bunting Road area of Dagsboro. That's near the Delaware Botanic Gardens. If you saw any damage or if you saw maybe even the tornado itself, please send us in any videos, any of those photos that you may have of that, maybe to our news@WRDE.com inbox or to our social media accounts on Facebook and on Twitter, or as it's now known as X. So that moved through the Adams Road, Bunting Road area. That is since gone. That was around the 3 o'clock hour. So it's been a couple hours since that storm moved through. The reason we've been picking up all this rain, we've had a stationary front just parked over top the region, and that's been the case for the last several days. That is finally going to move out of the area overnight tonight. That doesn't mean we're done with the showers and storm chances this week, though, because there's another cold front passing through the Midwest this evening. That is going to work its way towards Delmarva for tomorrow evening, likely into much of the daytime hours on Wednesday. So we still have a couple more days of this stormy weather to get through. We can see out there on our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera in Rehoboth Beach, the boards are wet, but the rain is done for right now. Just a cloudy evening out there. Temps are sitting right around 76 degrees. So we can see on our futurecast over the next couple of hours, those showers completely taper off. Overnight tonight into much of the daytime hours on Tuesday, we're going to be dry. It's going to be warm. It will be humid, though. But here we go again. A few spotty showers starting to develop by 4:30, and then overnight tomorrow night, there's that heavy round of rain. We're going to have to keep a close eye on that. We could deal with a little bit of flash flooding maybe even tomorrow night heading into the daytime hours on Wednesday. So we'll keep an eye on that over the next 24 to 48 hours. Be sure to download our WRDE, our Coast TV weather app, I should say, over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll send you any of those flash flood warnings if they are issued. Our Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 7-day forecast shows stormy weather through Wednesday. Then we're dry heading into the weekend.
Well, we're on the coast right now in Milford at Bicentennial Park here in Milford. And this is the spot where the local history of the military service of those who've come from here have paid the price and continue to pay the price for our freedom. For example, you have the different monuments here. Milford honors her men and women who have served in the armed forces of the United States in all wars. And we have the diversity of the Williamses and the Perezes and the Fountains and all kinds of families that are represented here. Well, what's going to happen this weekend is the Riverwalk Freedom Festival is going to kick off for this weekend in celebration of all of this. That's actually going to feature free live music, over 100 vendors, area for kids, food trucks, and all of these things. And this is just the beginning of the celebration for 9/11, because 9/11 is one of those times where you have to remember, where was I on 9/11? Well, they're going to commemorate that because it's one thing we'll never forget. Live here in Milford, Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, back to you.
Paul, thank you. Up next, a paving project to begin on Powellville Road in Wycomico County. How long that's expected to take? Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Did you know that painting your cabinets actually lowers your home value? Brian, what are my options?
Refacing your cabinets. It's faster and less expensive than a tear out and completely restyles your kitchen. You get all new doors, drawer fronts, and new hardware. Plus, get half off installation and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Call today and Paul Davis can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow for down to the penny pricing on your kitchen.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We are the difference makers. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home on your lot, walking through your design, noticing the little things you visualized come to life, the progress, the completion, and the move-in to your new home. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes, custom built in our factory and finished on your lot, wherever that may be. Tour our model homes and factory at our main office in Greenwood. We're happy to help you begin your journey in building your new Berica. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
Allergies aren't fun for anyone, especially when they work their way into your home. A professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer can dramatically improve indoor air quality and significantly reduce indoor allergens. Installing our whole home purification system Restore will even help prevent the spread of airborne viruses and bacteria. If you want to significantly reduce allergy triggers in your home, call or go online to book a free inspection today.
Are you gonna kiss me or tonight. How it is, but I believe that's how it ought to be.
103.9 and 106.3. We're local, we're coast country, and we're Delmarva proud.
With Food Lion Feeds, I get to give back in ways I never imagined.
What are you doing? I'm picking tomatoes.
From growing fresh produce for our neighbors in need, to remodeling local pantries so we can help even more people. But my favorite thing is delivering hot meals to make Miss Baker's day.
What's your favorite? That looks delicious.
Here to fill tables and hearts with hope. Food Lion Feeds, here for every moment.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
Drivers can expect single-lane closures on Powellville Road in Wicomico County starting this Thursday. This is for a paving project. The Maryland Department of Transportation State Highway Administration says crews will work weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The agency says drivers should expect significant delays during work hours. The project is expected to be complete by mid-October, weather permitting.
DART wants to hear from you. On Tuesday, September 12th, the agency will host a DART Reimagined community workshop. That's for customers to identify and share opportunities for system improvements. The workshop will be held at the Georgetown Public Library from 5 to 6:30 p.m.
With flu season approaching, the town of Bethel is holding a flu shot clinic at the Bethel Community House on Saturday, September 30th from 8 a.m. to noon. Standard doses and high doses will both be available. We'll be right back.
The Riverwalk Freedom Festival in downtown Milford, Delaware is Saturday, September 16th. Enjoy 4 live bands, Red, White, and Brew Garden, car show, pet park, kids activities, and more. Enjoy Milford's only annual fireworks display at dusk. Riverwalk Freedom Festival, Milford, Delaware.
Get ready for the all-new, redesigned 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. The 2024 Crosstrek is safer than ever for even more peace of mind on every drive. With a Subaru Crosstrek, you can count on plenty of adventures ahead. And when you choose Gateway Subaru, you're supporting local schools through Subaru Loves Learning, which helps kids get the school supplies they need. We're more than just a car company. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
At Precision Exteriors, we use quality materials with excellent craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We do roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, and we offer financing, no interest and no payments for 18 months. See all of our 5-star reviews.
Treated us fairly on price, did quality work, and I would go and do stuff again. We even recommend them to our parents. They were very happy as well.
Measure twice, cut once, and always do it with precision. Precision Exteriors.
Your towing and trailering headquarters is Brass Sales and Felton with an extensive selection: axles, brake drums, backing plates, tires, wheels, and all the hardware needed for installation. Plus repair items, bearing kits, light kits, and lenses. And don't forget, fifth wheels, hitches, goosenecks, and all the accessories. In stock today at Brass Sales. Your manufactured housing and RV parts superstore is your towing and trailering headquarters. In eastern Sussex County, visit Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply. Brass Sales, setting the standard since 1950.
The Riverwalk Freedom Festival in downtown Milford, Delaware is Saturday, September 16th. Enjoy 4 live bands, Red, White, and Brew Garden, car show, pet park, kids activities, and more. Enjoy Milford's only annual fireworks display at dusk. Riverwalk Freedom Festival, Milford, Delaware.
New on Coast TV News at 6, a tragic memory made into this memorial, how a Lewis family is honoring those lost during 9/11, including someone dear to them.
Well, we've had some stormy weather over the last couple of hours across Delmarva, but it is winding down just a tad bit in Ocean City on a Gateway Subaru camera at the Commander Hotel. No rain to speak of right now, just some cloudy skies, temp sitting right around 78 degrees, but a few isolated showers, storms can't be ruled out for the rest of this evening. More scattered storms possible late tomorrow. Temps sitting right around 82 degrees along our beaches, and the storm chances, they linger into Wednesday, so expect some stormy weather. Keep that umbrella handy through Wednesday, then we dry out heading into the weekend.
Thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Jeopardy's up next.
And we'll see you in just a little bit for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.